Well, hello there. Hi, all you beautiful souls out there. How are you? You found me. I'm LJ. LJ's Thriving Energy. Thanks for stopping by. I'm sure you're going to get some great messages today. This is going to be all about this full moon that's coming up, the 20th of October, 2021. And for the last 2 days, the angels, my guides, keep saying you got to do this full moon reading. You got to do it. You got to do it, and you got to use this deck, astrology reading cards. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, to save a little bit of time today, I've already pulled your 3 cards for the 20th of October. So it's a hunter's moon, which from what I understand in reading is it's the first full moon in the fall period, which is, I'm in the middle of the country in the United States. So we're right in the midst of, Halloween's coming and all the fall colors. The trees are all turning these beautiful colors. It's just amazing, isn't it? So we're going to use that. I'm going to read from the book on all 3 cards. So you get 1 planet card, you get a house card, what house it's in, and a zodiac sign card. All right. So then after that, if we have time, I did pull this deck. I love this little deck. It's smaller than the other ones, but not too small. Some of those little decks are like too small. They're hard to handle when they're too small, right? All right. So let's get to it here, people. This is the full moon's the 20th. I'm actually recording this on the 17th. This strong full moon feeling is there. I can feel it. I feel when full moons are coming. And a few days after the full moon, too, I can still feel their effects. It's just a real strong pull. Sometimes I get really tired. Sometimes I get really energized. I'm not an astrologist, so, if you want to know more about astrology, you need to Google it. That's what we do now, right? We Google everything. All right, so let me tell you what your cards were. For the planet card, you did get the moon, which I thought was apropos, right? Because of the full moon. We're doing it for the full moon. So I thought, wow, thank you, angels. It says your unconscious, sensitive inner emotions and responses. That's what the moon's all about. It's very feminine. It's the divine feminine, actually, aspect. And then you'd have the sun, which would be the divine masculine. We don't have the sun in this reading. Who knows? It's probably the next card I'd pull, right? Okay, now, in whatever, the house card that you got was the 6th house. The work, health, and duty area of your life. 6th house. So if you are into astrology, look this up and see where your land, all your placements land. For the zodiac sign, you did get Taurus. You got an earth sign. I love it. The energy around you shows the abundance of nature. It is rich, earthy, and productive, yet relaxed and slow. I like that. Yet relaxed. Slow. I guess you're supposed to slow down, huh? All right, so let me get that book out. We'll go ahead and start reading with the moon. I think the moon is the important one out of the planet cards. So let's just see here. The moon. All right, so listen carefully, folks. Listen carefully. All right, if you have drawn this card, then the current energy is focused on the part of you that is represented by the moon. And it is this part of your personality which is engaged in the question or issue. So what does the moon represent in astrology? As we sleep, our unconscious processes the happenings of the day. Experiences and reactions are considered and committed to memory. This process is part of our inner selves, and it is this inner self that is affected by the matter in hand. Something is touching you deeply, and you need to at least sleep on it, taking careful note of your dreams and feelings as you wake. The moon describes what we are really like on the inside, our instinctive hidden self. And in the early hours of the morning, before we open our eyes, we are most in touch with our inner selves. This is when our vulnerable and emotional self can be most easily felt. The real moon in the sky can only reflect the sun's light, and in this way you should reflect on issues. Just as we cannot expose ourselves to the heat of solar energy for long periods and need time in the shade, so too do we need space and time to make sense of our daily experiences and busy lives. Your feelings are the only thing that can guide you now, so try not to overanalyze or explain too much. Just feel your truth, for it exists deep within, and an earlier, vague memory may assist you if you can let your instincts guide you. Alternatively, your mother, or another nurturing female from the family, may have answers to the matter or question in hand. If the question you asked of this card concerns someone else, then it is in their moon, or unconscious, that is ruling their actions. That's intense, isn't it? The moon, your unconscious, sensitive inner emotions and responses. All this feminine, receptive energy, right? I'll hold that up just in case you want to print that out. Yeah, it's just that one page. All right, so next, you guys, let's go to the 6th house. See what's going on in the 6th house. All right. This area of your life is the realm of work, duty, and service. It includes health and matters to do with wellness and fitness. It also concerns how we care for our bodies with regard to regular medical matters, such as routine health appointments. You may have concerns about your health and decide to take up diets, nutritional supplements, or exercise routines to manage your health better. In this house, we worry about overindulgence and deny ourselves too much self-gratification. So it is a good time to reduce the calories you consume. If you select a zodiac sign card, it will describe the universal energy that influences these matters now. The zodiac, Taurus. So Taurus is influencing you most now. That's interesting. All right, let's see where we were now. Is that no glare on there? All right, so as far as the zodiac sign, it will describe the universal energy that influences these matters now. A planet card will tell you which part of your personality or ego is absorbed with it. So then you have the moon, right? The divine feminine. This area of your life also includes work that must be done, the working environment, or fellow workers. The work could be for an income or to keep your house in good order. Hundreds of years ago in astrology, the 6th house also included one's servants. That's interesting. It is still about service today, but now it is how we serve. It is in this house that we can find pleasure and fulfillment when a task is well done. Because we feel good when our honor, our sense of duty. Because we feel good when we honor our sense of duty and hard work. One last thing concerns worry. For this is the worry area of your life. If you are worried, then you should know that this is to be expected and entirely in keeping with this part of your personality. Your concerns are simply a part of life that we have to dip into now and again. They keep us on our toes and make sure that we pay extra special attention to something that we wouldn't bother with otherwise. So no one need to worry too much about your worry. Don't worry about your worry, okay? Don't worry too much about your worry. Don't worry, I think is the point here. So many times we get so caught up in worrying, don't we? Too much worry, it blocks you. It's literally a block. All right, let's get that Taurus. All right, Miss Taurus here, Mr. Taurus. God, I love these cards. Oh, you know what? The 6th house. I probably should have. Well, I'll hold that up in just a minute for you. Okay, I'll hold Taurus up right now. So if you want, you can take a picture of that. All right. So Taurus, beautiful Earth signs. There's something about this Earth sign being involved in your life right now. Whether you're a Taurus or somebody else around you is a Taurus, right? If this card appears in your reading, the energy around you is Taurian. and the matter involves earthly reality. Taurus is usually pleasure-loving, peaceful, and calm, like the feeling of a quiet wood on a warm day in early summer, when nature rejoices in abundance. This energy delights in extravagance. Oh, they like extravagant, rich food and fine wine. So you may be in for a sumptuous feast, or perhaps something simpler, such as a bar of chocolate. But even then, only the most deliciously creamy chocolate will do. For just as the bee collects pollen to make sweet, sticky honey, you too should draw to you richness and abundance at this time. This may come through the possibility of earning money, or perhaps you receive gifts, or treat yourself to something special. With Taurus around, I'm sorry, I just looked up and lost my spot. Oh yeah, here it is. With Taurus around, there is a need to produce something tangible, or to set something on permanent foundations that will last a long time. This is a matter-of-fact energy. This is a matter-of-fact energy, requiring all that is stable and fixed. There may be awareness of the physical body in its shared pleasures. Oh, you know what that means. Or the tactile touch of silky velvet or soft fabric. Because Taurus preserves and treasures possessions, it can be reluctant to let go of things and accept change, which can cause a few problems, along with an overemphasis on materialism. This is not a time for emotional outbursts or complex mind games, since this energy does not respond well to such coercion. Simple enticements of a sensual, pleasing nature are most effective. If you are looking for something to happen, slow and steady progress can be made, and realistic, long-lasting success of a durable nature is possible. Whichever planet card you have drawn, this energy suggests that the pleasurable pursuits, possessions, or money may be at the forefront of the issue. That's interesting. They're talking about the moon. So is anything material happening around the moon? Maybe your divine feminine is having material issues, or money coming in, money going out, material stuff happening. That's interesting. The 6th house, I wanted to just put that up there so you could take a picture of that too. The 6th house. I hope you guys can read those, but if not, at least I'm reading them right. Alright, so very interesting. The moon, the 6th house, and Taurus. Whew, Taurus, the energy around you shows the abundance of nature. Get out into nature if you can. Something big time in nature here. Rich, earthy, and productive, yet relaxed and slow. Yeah, so you want to find that tree, right, where you can put your pillow down and sit back up on the tree and just take in Mother Nature, Mother Gaia, right? Ground yourself. In fact, let's do that right now. Just close your eyes for a second. Imagine the roots underneath you that are attached to your body. Tell your roots to go all the way deep down into Mother Earth. It doesn't matter if your legs are up, if they're down. You can just imagine your roots going deep down into Mother Gaia. What I do is I think of the ends of my roots wrapping around the core of Mother Earth. The core, the center of the earth. Just wrap it around there, and then come on back up. And there you are. That's all you have to do to get grounded. It's very simple. You can do it anywhere. You can do it on a plane if you want. Yeah, you could do it on a plane, a train, an automobile. What's that? Planes, trains, and automobiles? That old movie? All right. Let's see what's going on with you guys. I'm going to do a Celtic Cross, I think. Just a real quick one. What time is it? It's 14:33. That might mean something to you. 14:33. Maybe a 5:33. All right, so angels. Whew, what's in the chapter of the story that my beautiful collective soul out there in video land? What's going on with them? Ooh, the Hanged Man. Number 12. Interesting. That's a chapter of the story you're living right now. So you're sitting back against that tree, right? And you're looking at all the different possibilities. You're looking at things from a different perspective. He puts himself up there on his own. You know, he wants to be looking at a different perspective. That's what the hangman's all about, you know. It is causing a little bit of a delay, but I think you need to see this other perspective, perhaps. So the energy crossing that. Oh, I like that. King of Cups. Mr. King of Cups coming in, my loves. King of Cups coming in with the emotional stability that is needed, right? Because we are in our divine feminine with this full moon, with these cards. That's what it's telling us. We're in our divine feminine. So here comes Mr. Emotions, you know, who loves peace and tranquility. He's very kind and considerate. You know, he doesn't wear his heart on his sleeve. But man, he's got the emotions. He's got the emotions deep inside. Yeah, a good man or woman. It's just the energy, right? It's a masculine energy is what they're saying, the Cups energy. But yeah, you're thinking about something, you're wanting to make some changes maybe. You know, you're seeing all the possibilities from your different perspectives. So in your subconscious mind, 10 of Wands. Subconscious mind says, you know what? I'm tired. I've been carrying these wands for so long. I'm going to lay down my wands. I've learned so many lessons. I'm just going to take my lessons. I'm going to leave the heavy wands right where they lie. I don't care. I'm moving on. 'Cause I'm moving on. Time to move on, huh? It's time to let go of burdens. That's the bottom line. Time to let go of burdens. You've held on to them long enough. Probably too long, right? Recent past. 5 of Swords. Recent past. That's probably what put you in hermit mode, right? This 5 of Swords is you know, immoral behavior, really. Kind of trapped. Trapped in your morals. What should I do? What's the moral thing to do here? You know, the situation that you're in. What would be the right thing to do? What's the right thing to do? You know what we're talking about. If your heart doesn't feel good when you're making a decision and doing something, it's probably not the right thing to do. I think you probably have a moral compass that is guiding you right now. This is in the recent past, and that hangman's right above there. So looking at different perspectives. So he's probably looking at this too, going, man, I don't know. You know. Because he's looking upside down at him. It's like, this is how I'm looking at it. That's pretty funny, isn't it? The hangman's going, hey, you buddy, I'm upside down, look at me. I'm going to help you out here. I'm going to help you do what's morally right. Because I'm watching from this tree here, and it's not looking so good right now. That's what he's saying. So on your conscious mind's trying to make a decision, man. Kind of stuck. It's 2 swords. Conscious mind's going, man, I don't know what to do. I'm blindfolded. I've got to blindfold myself to try to make this decision because I'm lost. I feel lost. You've got these birds flying all around too. And the new moon. Have you felt kind of like this since the new moon? Perhaps you've been kind of in a stalemate. Kind of looks that way, doesn't it? Yeah, you've been kind of in a stalemate. Don't know which way to go, what to choose. Take off the blindfold. Take off the blindfold. You got your higher self right above. Those birds flying above your head, you know, are seeing things from a higher viewpoint. It's a whole nother perspective. Here we are again with a different perspective. That hangman is doing you a lot of good, I think. Sometimes you just got to flip your life upside down. You got to just stand on your head sometimes, right? To see what the options really are and what's best for you first. What's in the highest good for you, and then everyone around you. What's in the highest good for everybody else around you. So that's your conscious mind. Now in your near future, so maybe an hour from now, maybe a couple days from now, maybe on the 20th, huh? Oh, I love it. You guys got the Chariot, man. You're balancing things out. You're making that decision. You're not sitting around anymore. with the blindfold on, going around with your little swords, playing your little game, right? God, you made a frickin' decision in the near future. Maybe this is today, maybe this is tomorrow, maybe on the 20th, maybe on the actual full moon. It's happening Wednesday, the 20th. Eastern time is 10:57, so 8:57 in the middle of the country. I'm in the Midwest. So, and then Thursday, if you're like in Australia, it's probably Thursday, I think. Yeah. But hey, you got the chariot here. That means, that's telling me victory. You've had victory. You've made the decision. You were able to make the decision about whatever's going on in your little world. Your subconscious mind is dealing with a bunch of burdens, right? Maybe you need to clear the clutter, because this is the Taurus. I see Taurus here underneath it. And I hate to say it, but the Taurians I know are a little messy. It's like the least of their worries, right? Is all their stuff everywhere thrown around. I love it. Near future. You guys, you're hopping on that chariot, right? And you're going to steer that chariot where you want it to go, right? This full moon is going to be an amazing moon. It's a whole new part of our lives happening. It's probably a whole new cycle, right? This is going to bring a lot of people into a new cycle, this full moon, the hunter's moon. All right, so what's your attitude? God, you got a weird attitude, man. You better get out of this attitude, that Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is your a blockage too, and this is your attitude. You're blocked mentally, right? You're all up in your head. This is your recent past, the 5. You're all up in your head. What are you going to do? Aren't you sick and tired of staying up all night worrying about things? Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to be blocked? Because when you have these kind of swords in your world, when these swords come up, that means you're pretty much blocking yourself. You can't blame anyone else but yourself. It's all in your head. Swords are all about the mind. What are you thinking? What's going on? So why are you allowing your mind to take over your reality, is my question. Allow your heart to take over. Allow your burdens to be dropped, right? That 10 of Wands in your subconscious mind, you want to drop those burdens. You don't want to carry them through, do you? I know you don't. So it's okay. It's okay to let go of worry and fear. Don't let your life be run by fear, right? Sleepless nights. I mean, that's only going to cause you to be exhausted. So the energy around you, 4 of Cups. That's interesting. 4 of Cups come up in here, and they come up in here. 4 of Cups. I mean, 4s I like because they're more balanced. Maybe you're balancing yourself. You're seeing this opportunity that's probably been sitting right in front of you for a while. Or you're realizing, I'm the opportunity. I'm the 4th cup. Hey, that's me. This is energy around you, though. So who knows what's going on around you? Do you have somebody coming in saying, you know, I've been standing behind you for the last 48 hours, and I have this opportunity, but you're not turning around. You're not turning your head to see me, and I need you to see me. I need you to see me. That's what I'm hearing. See me as an opportunity. That's interesting. I've never felt that with that card. I'll change the battery pack. I think my battery's about to run out, you guys. 4 of Cups. Well, let's see what's going on. Maybe we can finish this before the battery goes dead. All right. So, Revelation, Temperance. You got balance and healing coming, my friends. Once you realize where your opportunity is and the energy around you, once you realize where that is, it brings in balance and healing. That's gorgeous. What about your outcome? 10 of Swords, there's an ending. There's an ending to all this. There's an ending to letting your all those wands that you've been carrying around, all those swords that are in your back, there's an ending. I like this card because it means there's a new beginning. Once there's an ending, it clears space for a new beginning. So that 10 is actually a pretty darn good card. Let's see what's on the bottom. Yeah, 6 of Cups. It brings in balance. that ending brings in reciprocity, brings in a beautiful balance for you. So this full moon is going to be really good for you, my friends. The Chariot awaits. The Chariot wants to come in and take you to a better place, right? But there has to be an ending to something.